Lee, light your cigars. Mike Tomlin has another winning season. Steelers are 9-7. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Sports Saviors. Coming off of a 30-23 win against the Seattle Seahawks tonight. Lee, I don't have too much to complain about. That was a pretty solid win against a pretty decent team, I think. So how you feeling right now?
That was a great game. A great game. The running looked phenomenal. The offense looked phenomenal. It looked like a great game. They just looked like a different. They look like a different team these past 2 weeks.
Yep, that was the Steeler way for sure.
For sure.
We've been talking about the Steeler way for the last few weeks. That was the Steeler way.
Yep.
That was just a complete solid win through and through. Not too much to complain about in my eyes.
Not too much. No.
We get Rudolph with another solid start. It's obvious that this offense works a lot better with him. You can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. It's just a factual statement to say that this team scores more points with Mason Rudolph in there.
Yeah, it's what it seems like. I mean, even his composure standing in the pocket. I mean, he just looks great just in there. No, he doesn't look like he's panicking. He doesn't look like he's too nervous. He looks pretty confident, especially the one throw. I don't know, towards the end of the game, he throws to George Pickens, and Pickens with a diving catch. He just stood there like, when the pocket had collapsed.
Yeah.
He just threw it, and it just looked great.
When he threw that, I was like, oh, no, why would you throw that? And then it was an awesome play. He threw it where only Pickens could get it. Pickens got it, and you got a first down there. Later on, they had a first down play. They decided to throw the ball. When you're thinking they're going to go run, they throw the ball, get a first down to Pickens again. Gets him over 100 yards in the game. Well, I think he was over 100 yards on a previous pass. But he ended up getting over 100 yards again. That's one thing I talked about coming into the game was let's see some consistency. Let's get build on our good play, and Pickens did that again today. You can't argue. He had 7 catches for 122 yards is what he ended up with. So you can't
for sure.
Complain there. I mean, we're talking Rudolph, we're talking Pickens that's buried in the lead. This running game was just awesome. Both running backs look great. Najee looks like the power back that any team would want. That's why you're willing to give up a 24th overall pick for a guy like that if he's going to play like that every week for sure.
Yeah,
go ahead if you got anything else.
I mean, that game, the number of stiff arms, him and Warren, I mean, they're just so great at it. And the runs and the yards after the carry, I mean, it just is so good. They're able to keep moving down the field. I mean, they look like some great power backs, and I love Najee's energy, like especially during the one play where the Seahawks had slammed down Jaylen Warren and Najee got right into the defender's face. The sideline got there. I mean, they just look like a great duo. I love that they made history. Two running backs duos for 1,000 yards from the scrimmage. So that
if they have a crazy game next week, they can both possibly get 1,000 yards rushing. Even it'll be tougher for Warren for sure, but that would be a nice feat too to get 2,000-yard rushing backs, especially in today's NFL.
Oh yeah, for sure. You don't see it as much.
Yeah, but you're right too when you mentioned about like the Harris getting his face. Those two, there's no jealousy, there's no worry. They both are just team guys for sure. I don't think there's any worry, especially with Warren. Warren just like hit early in that game. He just was amazing. The runs he was having, and then Najee just finished it off. It was bully ball for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was, like you said, that was the Pittsburgh way, just running it down. The defense, threw down Seattle's throat the whole game. It was just great. Another 200 rush yard game was just phenomenal.
Yeah, it was an old school Pittsburgh game too.
Like
one of those
sure.
ones we reminisce on.
And
Rudolph did exactly what he needed to do. 18-24 for 274. Was that 6 incompletions? He had a stretch where was it 11 in a row?
11 in a row, I think at one point. Yep.
Did you get a chance to check the stats for us? You got them for us or no?
Yeah, I got some stats for us right here. Again, final score 30-23 Steelers over the Seahawks. Second week, 30 points in a row. First win, I think they said in 40 years in Seattle, I think is what it was.
They were 1-7 coming in.
Yeah. Total yards, 468 for the Steelers offense today. 468, just phenomenal. Steelers or the Seahawks had 369 total yards. Pass yards for the Steelers, 266 to the Seahawks, 281. Rush yards, again, as I said, 202 yards for the Steelers and 88 for the Seahawks. Yards per play, Steelers had 6.6 yards per play and the Seahawks had 7.5 yards per play. First downs, 25. I don't even know when we've had 25 in a while. 25 first downs for the Steelers, 19 for the Seahawks. Third down efficiency, another great week. 6 for 13 on third down for the Steelers, 2 for 8 on third down for the Seahawks. Fourth down, Steelers 2 for 3, and the Seahawks did not go for it on fourth down at all. Total plays, 71 for the Steelers to the Seahawks, 49. 71
46
total plays.
46 carries, 46 rushing plays. That includes the kneel down at the end, but 46 rushing plays for the Steelers this game.
That's the Steeler way right there. Sacks allowed, 1 each for the Steelers and the Seahawks. Steelers only had 1 punt today, which is just crazy. And the Seahawks had 3. Penalty yards, again, good this week. 2 for 10 for the Steelers and 4 for 25 for the Seahawks. Steelers did not turn the ball over at all today, and the Seahawks had 1 turnover. It was a fumble, which came with that sack, strip, and fumble recovery, and forced fumble by Herbig, which was just great. Yeah. It was great. And time possession, listen to this, 37 minutes and 33 seconds for the Steelers.
Nice.
To the Seahawks, 22 minutes and 27 seconds. Wow, just another great offensive game for the Steelers. It just was fantastic. It was fantastic. Nothing. I mean, it was just what you wanted, and this is what we see.
Yeah.
We want to see this consistently, and now we got 2 weeks of this, and it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, so everyone going into Cincinnati was saying Cincinnati's a bad defense. Everyone came in said Seattle is a bad defense when it comes to the run. Well, guess what? The Steelers have been bad on offense, so I'm not going to use that as an excuse. This was great to see. Both games have been awesome, and they did exactly what they needed to do against both of those defenses. So that's what good teams do, and the last couple of weeks they've been playing like a good team.
For sure.
The question is it too late though? Steelers moved to 9-7, but everyone else won that they needed to lose this week. Won this week. Every single team, Jaguars, Colts, Texans, and Bills all won. The way it looks now, I guess the one thing we did get in our favor was the Ravens blowing out Miami. That did help the Steelers.
Yeah.
So now the Steelers need to win, and they also need help from the easiest way is with a win would be either the Jaguars or the Bills to lose. The Bills play the Dolphins for the division too, so that the Dolphins are going to be up for that game, or have the Colts and Texans tie and the Steelers win. So those are the 3 big ways for it to happen. So it's possible. Everything's lining up for them.
Yeah.
I mean, they do your job is the main thing though. They got to win, and even if the Ravens decide to sit a lot of their guys, that's still a good team. It's still a well-coached team. And I don't think it's a guaranteed win. Even against their backups, honestly.
Yeah.
So of those scenarios, I guess you can. That's my beautiful dog hacking in the background.
Yeah.
What do you think of those 3 scenarios we mentioned? I think that Bills game is the one we got to look to for the most. Help there.
Yeah, I think. That's definitely the one we got to look for. I don't see the Texans or Colts tying.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough to get.
I don't see that happening. I could see the Dolphins after just getting blown out like this, maybe try to
looking good.
Maybe try to make a push and actually make a competitive run for a higher seed in the playoffs with the win over the Jags. So we'll see what happens, but that Bills one might be the one to look for, like you said. So we'll see what
Jacksonville.
happens.
Jacksonville does play the Titans, which is a divisional game. You never know at the divisional games. Lawrence missed this week. I think he was almost. It was possible he was going to play. So you'd think with another week he will be in the game. But still coming back. Maybe there's a little rust. The Titans aren't playing well this year, but I still think that they're not like some complete pushover team.
Yeah.
So I think that it's possible there too. But like the main thing I keep coming back to is that the Ravens game. Yeah. Even if they're not playing their guys, it worries me that for the Steelers to get that win.
But, for sure. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, though, I think the last 3 years now, we can say week 17, the Steelers have won. Week 18, the last 2 years, they won.
Yeah.
So that'll be a nice trend to keep going. They can do that.
I think they're now, from what they showed, I think they're now 5-0 in those couple of the last 2 games now, I think.
In the last 2 weeks of the last 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I guess I'll run through the scoring real quick. Does that work for you?
Yeah. Yep.
So the scoring opened up with wow, I'm all off my game now. I thought I had it ready, Lee. I'm
all good. No, you're good.
Few drinks in me, you never know what'll happen. Okay. So Jalen Warren started the scoring off and late in the first quarter with an 18-yard run. That was a great play by him. He just moved through. I don't even know if he touched.
I don't think he was touched at all.
He just
I didn't think he was
went
touched.
through there. Seahawks scored real quick to make it 7-7 with Kenneth Walker 13-yard touchdown. And that was a similar play where he pretty much just went through the middle and broke free. He may have been touched. We'll give it that. Steelers came right back, made it 10-7 with a Boswell 39-yard field goal. The Seahawks took the lead with 5:30 left in the second quarter, making it 14-10. But then the Steelers, with 1:36 left in the half, were able to get a Najee run, 9-yard run. That was a really good run too. That Najee had there. That was his first one. That's the one where he was that the one where he dives in, or is that the one where he gets pushed in? I can't remember.
No, that's the one where he gets pushed in. He dives on the second one.
They carried him in about 5 yards or so. After he stopped at the line. So that was a nice play there. So we go to the half, 17-14. How were you feeling at halftime, Lee?
I was at a point, I thought it was going to be a shootout. I thought they were going to come out in the second half and both teams were going to go back and forth. With the score being like that, I thought it was going to be a shootout. But I wasn't nervous at all. After the 17-14 lead, I wasn't nervous at all. I thought that we were going to, at that point, I thought we were going to pull off a win.
The defense had me worried a little bit. Gino played well for most of this game, and he was making plays, and they looked good. And Walker wasn't playing bad himself either. He came into the game injured. He was questionable all week, but he looked good.
Yeah.
Same with Metcalf. They're two big guys that were coming in questionable. Both of them had pretty decent games, if you ask me. But I get what you're saying, though. It felt like they were going to win even at that point. I felt good about the team. And I think that's Rudolph. Rudolph's play, I mean, you can say what it is, blah, 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 about not doing anything with Kenny, but he's looking good. He's got the offense moving. And you can't argue too much about that. The funny thing is that this isn't a shot at you, but you're calling it a shootout, and it's still only 17-14. It's not like it's like a 24-20 game or something like that. Like we're 31 points in the first half is like insane to think of as a Steeler fan.
I know. Yeah. But I did. I thought that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought they were going to hit. I thought they both were going to hit 40 at one point.
But for the second half starts, the Seahawks get a field goal in their first drive. Jason Myers, 43 yards, to make it 17-17. And then this is the other touchdown for Najee Harris, where he made an awesome play. He dove into the end zone. It was a real good play for him. Showed power and showed some agility, I guess you can even call it. But that made it 24-17. Eagles get a field goal back at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Make it. Why am I doing that? What's making me make mistakes? Seahawks make it 24-20. The Steelers come back and another field goal of their own from Boswell to make it 27-20. Another field goal later on makes it 30-20. And another field goal, this time from the Seattle Seahawks. Make it 30-23. That's our final. What were you thinking through that fourth quarter? A lot of field goals. There was a lot of back and forth, I would say, but no actual touchdowns there. How were you feeling that fourth? Were you still feeling good?
I was still kind of feeling good. It's just seeing how the defense was kind of playing. I got a little nervous, just a tad bit at the once they went down and the Seahawks went down when it was 30-20. I thought they were going to go down and score.
That would have made it interesting.
There. But once they only when they only kicked the field goal and the defense stopped them for only a field goal, I was like, okay, we got this now. Yeah,
for sure. We do those football polls. The football polls. I had 7-7. I was hoping in my head that the Steelers could make it 37 and then at some point, and then get the touchdown from the Eagles. But instead, fan of the show, friend of the show, Jessica Toomey took home $100 on the football poll because she had 2 for the Steelers and 3 for the Seahawks. So shout out, Jess.
Wow.
Congratulations on your money.
Shout out, Jess. Yeah, congrats.
If she doesn't Venmo it, if my mother doesn't Venmo you the money in the next 30 minutes, I'm stealing from her purse.
Yeah, but
what can you say?
What can you say?
Yeah. What can you say? It's nice to be just comfortable, relaxed. You don't have to worry too much.
I know. I know. I mean,
and I bet the team feels that way too. They're just playing relaxed and I feel good.
Just, like I said, they look like a different team. They got a lot of energy. They got a lot of there's a lot going on with this team. Like it just definitely in a good, positive way. I mean, it sucks the injuries on the defense. But I mean, even with the injuries that we had, they were still able to stop them when they needed to stop them. And the Steelers, it was tied a couple times, but they held the lead and they kept it, and that's what you want to see. Yeah.
One of my themes this week on our podcast was what ifs. Man, what if they would have put in Rudolph when Kenny got hurt in that Arizona game? Like you'd have to think they win at least one of those games. You're comfortably into the playoffs at that point, and I think they're winning at least 2 of those games, 2 of those 3 games. The halftime of Arizona, he gets in there at 3-3. You got to think the way he's been playing that they win that game.
Oh yeah.
And then the Patriot game, it's frustrating. The Colts game. Colts blew us out. Maybe he doesn't do enough in that game. So I'm not going to be like, they could have won all those games and we could be on fire and we could be playing for the division. But I don't think that's realistic. I think we would have lost one of those games the way our defense has been hurt and everything. But and then the bigger one is like, what were the coaches seeing between these 3 guys that Rudolph was just such an afterthought if he's playing the way he's playing? It's frustrating to think.
Know.
Like that,
it is. It is.
Even if is it simply that you got a first round pick, you got a guy you're paying $10 million, so screw Mason? It's weird. It's weird, and it's an indictment on the ability to see what you got under your own hood. I think it is a little frustrating, but
it is. Yeah, and Mason's been coming out and he's been proving everybody wrong. Like, look, I could still play. I got this. You can hand me the keys, and I'm gonna take some shots down the field. I'm gonna stand in the pocket and be accurate, and make some better plays. I mean, he looked good. I mean, like you said, 16 or was it 18 for 24? I mean, it was good. Yeah, he didn't throw any interception or he didn't throw any touchdowns, but he didn't throw any picks either. So he just was calm and collective and cool in the pocket. He just looked great.
This thought just came to my head. Maybe it's simply the fact that he's been running scout team, so he hasn't been practicing with this shitty offensive system that Canada put in place. So he hasn't had. Yeah. He's been playing all the other offensive systems that give a look for the defense. So maybe that's what's happening. What do you think of that? Maybe the fact that he hasn't had to run these plays that Canada put in. He gets to play with Faulkner and Sullivan, who might be a little better, you think. But what do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, it could be that too. I mean, but even look at Mason Rudolph might be the more accurate one with the deeper arm, But it doesn't seem like a lot of these longer plays that we've seen in the past 2 games with the Steelers offense, we didn't see that with Mitch. And it's like, were they not having the same plays even with Mitch?
Yeah.
Or, what's going on?
I think the offensive system that they had in place just isn't great at all.
Yeah.
And there is something to the idea. I was saying all that, Jess. There's something to the idea that you're probably gonna, when you're putting your third string quarterback in, he hasn't had a lot of time with the first team offense throughout the year.
Yeah.
They probably go to him and say, "Hey, what plays do you like?" And then he went boom, boom, boom. These are the plays that I feel comfortable with, and that's why we're seeing the specific play difference in play calling, because this fits what Mason probably told them. Hey, I like taking these shots. I like these. Even the slants. Weren't too many slants. There were some, and Kenny missed a couple bad ones throughout the year and stuff. But the one on that first down play late in the game to Pickens, we didn't run that play much. I don't remember. At least it wasn't being hit for first down like it was there, at least.
But even in like these past 2 weeks, I don't see Kenny, even if Kenny's healthy, I don't see him hitting George Pickens on a dime on that, what was it, like a 68-yard touchdown against the Bengals. I don't see him making that throw to George Pickens today where he just threw it right where Pickens could catch it. I mean, the dive and catch and stand there and compose. I don't see Kenny doing that.
And it's not even just accuracy that what you're looking at.
Yeah.
The way the ball they throw, Mason has a better deep ball, because Pickett had those sideline throws to Pickens throughout the year that were nice. He's had ones that were accurate. So I'm not going to completely disregard those and put over Mason. But there's like more depth on the ball. Is depth the right word on his passes?
Something like that,
There's more to like that ball you're talking about late to Pickens. It wasn't a perfectly accurate throw, but it was where only Pickens could get it, and it gave Pickens the opportunity to go and make that diving catch because of how much depth was on it. Like Kenny's probably going to throw a more of a line there. He might still get it to Pickens because Pickens was pretty open on that play, right? Remember wrong, but definitely wouldn't have been as fluid, I think, as the play that Mason made there. So there is something to that. I do want to give the caveat. I think that Kenny's been playing injured for most of this season. But he's been healthy before, and the fact is, Mason, even before I was giving Mason his due the last couple of weeks, I said the one thing he can do is throw the deep ball, and that's what he's doing, and that's something that you need. And I mean, the comparisons are there to what Flacco's doing with Cleveland. I think there's there's a very similar situation there between the two of them.
Yeah,
there's more comfortable play from the offense for both the Browns and the Steelers lately, and I think it's because of the quarterback switches. And neither one of those guys is some runner who's gonna take off, but they'll stand in the pocket, they'll make plays, and both teams have looked a lot better offensively with those guys underneath the center.
Yeah, but I will say I feel a little more confident for next week's game after seeing today. I mean, it is the Ravens, but I feel a little more confident with at least another win. I'm not gonna say they're going to win, but after seeing these past 2 weeks and seeing how this offense has been moving, I am a little bit more, I would say, a little more confident that they can pull out a win next week and help their chances with making a playoff run.
Yeah, 2 games in a row makes it less fluky, of course, and I think you're right. But I don't rest on your laurels.
For sure.
They're not good enough to just come out and win games. So they got to keep doing what they need to do.
Of course.
Hopefully they're not feeling too good about themselves, and they just come out and win. And I do have Tomlin up if you want to watch some of his post game.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Let me know if you want me to pause at any point or anything.
We were in a hostile environment today, to say the least, and playing a team that was desperate like we were. And we didn't blink. And so I'm appreciative of that. They're to be congratulated for that. But I thought the offensive line provided the wave that we rode. We talked all week about trying to conquer the environment and winning the line of scrimmage being a major component of it. And they embraced that challenge, man. And I thought they kind of controlled the climate, made third downs manageable ones, minimized possession downs.
Really good. That's a really good point there. That It seemed like all game we were in third and medium, third and short. And you had the stats. What were they on third down? How many? They were very good, right?
6 for 13.
6 for 13. Yeah, you can take that, especially if you're going 2 for 3 on fourth. So
Yeah.
the two that they got were like 4th and 1s that were pushes for Rudolph. So that's a good. That was one key thing I saw too, was that the fact that they were just in manageable situations almost all game.
Yeah.
Some more Tomlin.
Minimize the crowd component of it, and so just thankful for that. A lot of plays made by a lot of people, but that's team football, particularly this time of year as the road gets narrow. TJ got injured in game, but I think he's going to be okay. The rest of his bumps and bruises associated with play. I think Joey Porter went down, but he went back in. So we're thankful, and we'll keep pressing. Questions?
Mike, how encouraging is it to get back-to-back offensive performances like that, especially not when you really need it?
You said it. The really needed component of it, smiling in the face of adversity and being our best selves in the most critical circumstances is what we desire to be, and the guys displayed that.
Mike,
the Tomlinisms are back. He's back.
He's back. He's back. He's back.
This is definitely he's right. He's right. They needed this, and they got it. So there's something to say to that. But yeah, that's definitely more of a Tomlin answer than we got after those Mitch Trubisky games for sure.
Yeah.
But let me go back to him here.
Okay.
Was a plan to come in and try to run it like you did?
Most certainly.
Just saw that in the film. Thought you could do it.
We thought that it was the purest way to conquer the environment.
What do you think about the way Mason handled the environment?
I thought he did a nice job.
How much was that going under center part of a specific game plan for this, and how do you feel like that played into the running success?
Under center or gun, it doesn't matter. We were committed to running the football to minimize the environmental component of it. It's today's NFL, man. You run in gun, you run under center, you run in pistol. That's everybody. It's not just us.
Mike, what'd you like about the way Najee ran today?
I thought he was determined, as was Jalen. I thought we got appropriate efforts from all parties involved, and not to minimize it. It was just a critical time, and so if you're a competitor, you're going to be at your best.
Do you stay with the hot-handed quarterback for next week?
We'll talk about that next week. Right now, we're just appreciative of the victory, and we'll give you guys something to buzz about here for the next 24 or so.
Appreciate that from him. You don't keep the controversy going. I know there's no way you can go back to Kenny at this point, right? There's no way.
No, you can't. You can't. Mason has the hot hand right now. You gotta keep this show rolling.
Yeah, it would be one of the most insane things to ever do in a season, and like that pressure that would be on Pickett at that point, he would have to come out and have a 3 TD game for anyone to let him survive, and that's just and he hasn't done that yet. So you're putting a guy in a no-win situation if you put him back there. I do think you have to activate him. He was inactive this game. I thought that was a bad choice. If he is healthy. If he is healthy, it's not time to save face. It's time to win. And Pickett's better than Mitch. So
for sure.
What if in the first quarter of the day Mason would have got injured and Pickett's healthy? Pickett's healthy, but he's inactive, so you got to put Mitch in there. That would have been really bad too. And maybe so. Jerry Dulac's been a long time reporter for the Steelers. He's saying Pickett's healthy. There's no reason to think he's wrong and he has bad sources. So you have to think that Pickett is healthy. They chose to make him inactive. If something would have happened with Rudolph today, I would have been very frustrating to have to see Mitch come in there.
For sure.
But go back to Tomlin real quick.
Yep.
Mike, you're still going to need help because of what happened today. You just ignore that and do what you got to do.
All we can do is win the games that we're in, and that's this time of year. That's any time of year. You can't spend a bunch of time scoreboard watching and things of that nature. It's professional ball. We got to beat the people we play.
Isn't it normal to watch scoreboards though at this point of the year?
Not for me.
Was Kenny not dressed because he was unable to play?
Just the early portions of the week, we didn't know what his availability might be. We allocated reps accordingly, and so we'll see what next week holds.
Anyone else? Mike, one question. It was a big sack by Herbig there, huh? Just kind of seal everything off, huh?
Really was. Young guy on the come, man. We got a lot of young guys on the come, man. We needed that play. He loves football. He works hard. He made a significant play for us, certainly.
Defense gave up some big plays, but they were also able to hold some field goals. How important was that, especially in the early part of the second half?
You know, that's football, particularly this time of year. You know, they got an explosive group, man. They got a veteran quarterback. They got an awesome group of weapons, receivers, tight ends, running backs. I'm appreciative of the efforts of everyone, particularly on the short field. I just thought it was the difference, particularly in the second half. Holding them to field goals and being solid down there on the short field. And to be honest, after we experienced a lot of attrition at linebacker and safety, we hadn't done a lot of that. And so it was cool to see that happen.
Did you get a good view of that catch George made on the third down deep pass?
Yeah. We're used to seeing George make plays like that.
You always talk about not living in your fears. Was that a perfect example of that first down play?
You said it. Scared money don't make money. I think I said that last week.
Tomlin is back. He's got his 9th win.
Scared money don't make money.
The Steelers are back, baby. The Steelers are back. Woo!
Oh, that's great.
Let's let him finish out. Let him finish.
Yeah.
Did that go into some of the fourth down decisions early as well?
You said it.
Anyone else? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Scared money don't make money.
Scared money don't make money. Where the fuck was that for 3 weeks, you asshole? There we go. Perfect timing. We have a guest on the pod.
What up, y'all?
Uh-oh.
What's up, Jess? How you doing?
Oh, there she is. What's going on?
The $100 woman.
Just wanted to pop
Yeah,
in. Happy New Year.
Congrats.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. My sister's a lucky girl. It's going straight to her baby present. So.
Oh, she might watch us. She's gonna know now. You spoiled it.
Shout out, Jamie. Love you, girl.
Jamie Lynn. She's out.
Shout out.
She's what, 6 months now, huh? 6 months pregnant?
Yep.
Congratulations, Jamie Lynn. You're not my sister, though.
Oh, Jim. Sorry, Lee. We'll take one for you.
Oh, taking a shot for the new year?
Drinking some water.
Yeah.
Jess, did you get to see the game, the whole thing, or?
I slept through the first half.
This girl can't watch
You
the
like
full
to
game.
sleep through the Steelers.
Nap time, Jesse.
What a real fan.
Midnight. I mean, I had to get my nap in.
So, what are your thoughts? What do you got for us?
Oh, them Ravens. They won.
That's a good thing for the Steelers, then.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's always fun when they lose.
You watched that whole game, I'm guessing? No, I'm gonna got it blown out. I better.
I went up to bed around the end of the third quarter. So tight game at the beginning.
That was a crazy game. I didn't see it, but I saw the 56-19. My goodness.
Yeah, at first,
my goodness.
But after that, no.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this next week then? We got the Ravens, Steelers.
I feel like they'll start them maybe for the first quarter, and then depending on how the games go, and pull them all out.
My thought is, in this matchup where it's so serious, if you're gonna play them, But why do one quarter for Lamar when risk him getting hit by TJ or getting hit by someone?
True.
If you're not gonna play him for the whole game, I don't think you can play Lamar at all. Which that doesn't mean you have to sit everyone, but I don't think you can play Lamar unless you're gonna put him in there for the whole game.
But Steelers.
There we go, Steelers.
Look at that. I love it.
No Taylor shirt today, no McCaffrey shirt, just the Steelers.
Good. Hey, there you go. That's the way to do it.
Any final thoughts before we let you go? You got anything?
Nope, I'm good. Happy New Year.
Thanks for joining. Happy New Year.
Thanks for
Congrats on your $100.
Visitors.
We cut you off. We couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Did you have any other visitors today?
Not yet. Not on the podcast. And we're probably gonna end up ending this soon. Me and Lee will be talking for a little bit longer, but I don't think. They lost out. They want to miss out. They're gonna miss out. That's on them.
That's on them. Yeah.
Oh dang! I thought you took a shot of that. Is that another one? This girl's crazy.
Woo!
This girl's crazy.
She's ready to have a good time.
Those buzz balls.
Ah.
She's ready to have a good night.
Yeah, I lit a cigar for your boy too, for Tomlin in his winning season again.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, watching Harbaugh celebrate was hilarious. Did y'all see that?
No, I was watching the Steelers.
Yeah.
After
I didn't see it.
Saw it. Come on.
So after the Steeler game, the first thing I was going to do is look up Ravens highlights.
Well, it's hard not to see it. I'm in Baltimore.
I haven't seen it. I know, I get it, but I haven't seen it.
I didn't see it either. Good
dude. He's funny. Don't worry. I'm saying all that. There will never be a Ravens shirt on next week or anything.
Do you know who you did jinx?
Good.
You see who was hobbling today?
Yeah, McCaffrey.
Yeah, good. Congrats on doing that to him.
Yeah, is it his calf?
Yeah, it looked like something lower leg.
Yeah.
But did he come back in? I didn't see. Did you see if he came back in?
Uh-oh.
No, Mitchell was in and he's questionable now.
They did. They clinched the #1 seed, so he doesn't have to play next week.
That crazy. So. Okay, talk about crazy. Was Connor had a good game for Arizona, and they came.
Yeah, that comeback was crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, the Eagles lost. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And Connor had a one grab in the touchdown.
I saw that. I think he had 2 touchdowns on the game. One rushing, one receiving.
They're different. Tyler, I'm telling you, it's a shame.
We'll see what happens with him. He might be available today. Pre-game, he was wearing a Sidney Crosby jersey on his way in to troll.
Put in the chat.
Yeah, that's what he had a Crosby jersey on to troll the Philadelphia fans.
Nice.
Yeah.
I always like seeing him do good.
Yeah, he's back. He looks healthy.
Yeah.
And if the Steelers don't go to the playoffs and the Browns and Ravens could ever play each other, if Flacco wins, that'd be the greatest thing ever.
I would love for them to take them out.
Like the
it would
best.
be pretty hilarious.
It
would be. Yeah, it'd be pretty awesome. I think I wonder if we're going to be a 4:05 game or 4:15, 4:25, whatever you call it game, because the Browns technically, can they still win the division? Is that what the holdup is on the Ravens clinching? Did they clinch everything then?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're #1 seed and we're all good?
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure.
I'll double check on that, but yeah, that I was feeling like they had something to play for still, but maybe I'm wrong.
Andrew, didn't Ravens clinch everything? Yeah, they got everything.
Okay, cool. Good.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, they got the star next to their name, 13-3. They're good. So yeah, nothing to play for at all for the Ravens.
The girl knew more than the stat came today. Imagine
well, no, I'm drunk, Jess.
Oh, okay. Bob, when you watch this, I had them. They didn't know.
But what do you think about? I have the power.
Go ahead and laugh, Lee.
I thought that was great.
Man, always getting bold.
Yeah, the Steelers will be at 1 o'clock then, I think. Steelers will be at 1. The night game's going to be Buffalo and Miami. I can't see any other game being the night game. That game will matter to the Steelers as well. But it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Lee, you got any final thoughts? I don't
have any final thoughts. I'm just excited. I'm happy we got another win, even though we predicted they lose. I'm happy we look like fools and they fucking came out and win. I'm just happy that we got another Steelers victory this week. Mason Rudolph looks great. Yep.
I agree with everything you just said. I don't have anything to add. Steelers win 30-23. We'll see you later this week, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone.